Back then, also when I was a kid, and we lived in the back of the yards, it was kind of exciting. Um, Back of the yards was where they had like cows and pigs and animals, and they slaughtered them in these big meat houses, And I lived right across from a pig pen, and it was kind of, when you're a kid you do goofy things. I used to go over to the pig pen, and it stunk so bad. I used to put my hands over the fence, and I used to look at the pigs, and they be oinking and whatnot. And then sometimes, like, the I don't know who they were, like truck drivers or what. They would bring like a whole truckload of pigs, and they would poke them to go into the pens. And some of those pigs, how they were fast, there'd be a little opening, they would, get out, because I guess they've sensed they're going to be slaughtered. And one time, one was running around in our backyard, and these guys, they all got to run and catch it. They got to get that, because that pig is, not realizing, but that pig was worth money. He was ham, he was pork chops, he was,
Oh.
all bacon, everything. And they used to have to catch him. One time, a bull. I don't know how they had a bull. I think it was a bull or a steer, but I'm thinking it was a bull got out, and he ran, because we had no fence on our front yard. And he got up on our porch. We had a junky porch, and he was like banging, like to get it. He was trying to get away, but they got him. And then also, I don't know if you ever seen in movie Clydesdale Horses by Budweiser, on Root Street, where the amphitheater was, or those streets around there. Um, what was that called? Canaryville.
Okay.
Canaryville. That's Irish. Canaryville. Clydesdale horses, about 6 or 8 of them, beautiful horses. They used to be all, like you see them in movies, 2, 4, 6,
Wow.
8, and with the truck behind them running down the street. And that's something you'll see in a movie, but I seen it in person.
Wow. Uh, who are your friends growing up?
Um, well, we were close to this family that lived across from us, Noreen and Bobby, probably Roberta, but I knew her as Bobby Cox, Cox. Now, their father, at the end of the block, they owned a saloon, him and his wife, and the aunt lived upstairs of them, across the street from us. And they were nice people. They were good to us. My sister Sue used to clean one of the ladies' houses, and she used to pay her. And my one brother used to clean in the tavern to earn money. And I remember one Thanksgiving, they invited me and my sister, I think, over to their house for a Thanksgiving dinner. And the table was set so beautiful, and the food was so good, because I can't remember having like a Thanksgiving meal in that, you know, in that cottage where I was. We were poor.
Yeah.
And they invited, they were nice. Yeah.
That's nice. Were you a troublemaker as a kid?
No.
Good
No.
girl. um, where would you hang out with your friends?
When I was a little kid,
Well, both. Like when you were a kid and then when you got
well,
older.
around 40th place too. I mean, there was like like a swimming pool in the summer. Oh, in the summer we never wore shoes. It was summer. You were poor all summer long. You never wore shoes on your feet until you went back to school. You got a pair of shoes. And I used to run to go to the swimming pool. It was called Boyce's Park, I think. That's what it was. I don't know how you spell it. And I used to run to the park, and I used to try to run on grass because, the cement would burn my feet. And I used to run to that park to go, like in a little, like, it was kind of big, but like a little pool, just so many feet of water, back then.
And
They
that's
didn't
when you
have,
were little, or?
yeah, when I was still around Fort, in Canaryville, back of the yards. I remember that, going to the park.
And then where did you hang out as you got older?
Okay, when I got old, when we moved, and then I went to what was Holden School. I went to Holden School, and I'm trying to think. Oh, well, I had this girlfriend, but I wouldn't call her a true friend. You know how you have a best friend,
Mm-hmm.
because they would get mad at you for whatever, and I don't know. But that's too, when I was growing up. I don't know what grade you're in, fourth or fifth, and they asked you if you would want to go to catechism, which was religious instruction, and I raised my hand on my own, and I started going to. I made my communion and confirmation there. Uh, I think it was St. Bridget's. I used to go for catechism,
How old were you when you did that?
religious instruction. I don't know, maybe. And patrol boys used to walk us to the, because it was on Archer Avenue, and Holden School was way on Loomis Street. They used to walk us there, and I enjoyed that. That's when I, you know, you know, started getting into religion on my own.
How old were you? You can just give me a guess, like high school.
No, that wasn't high school. That was grammar school. I don't know, 10,
Okay.
9, I don't know.
That's okay.
Yeah, because I made my Holy Communion at St. Bridget's. I made my confirmation there.
And then did you continue going to church after that from there?
Yeah.
Wow. How old were you when you got your first job, and what was it?
My first job was at, let me think, it was a dime store, Woolworths.
Oh.
Woolworths.
How old were you?
I'm trying to think. I dropped out of school when I was in my junior year, and maybe I worked there part-time, and when I dropped out of school, I started working there full-time.
Okay. How long do you think you worked there?
Well, I worked there. I married young. I was 17. My husband was 19. I worked there for a while, because I remember when I got married, they had like a little, they gave you a gift. They got together and gave you a comforter set or something. I was there maybe about a year, and then me and my girlfriend from there, we were looking for a job. We got a job at the Jewel Tea Company, not the food stores. It was their warehouse, where I worked in the mailing department, where like all, mail went out about the stores, maybe sales things and everything. I worked there. I liked working there, and I worked at the Jewel Tea Company for, I don't know, a few years, and then I quit. But
Did you live on your own after you got your job, or did you continue living with your mom?
When
you got your first job at Woolworths, were you still living with your mom?
I was still living at home. Yeah.
Did you live at home until you got married?
Yeah.
How old were you when you met your husband?
I had to be, was I 15 or 16? Let me think. Well, see, these things I don't remember now.
That's okay.
81. Um, 15 or 16. Take it or leave it. I don't know.
What did you guys do for dates?
Huh?
What did you guys do for dates?
Well, back then you just I don't know. You just walked around and
Did you go to the movies?
I guess he took me. I can't remember.
Did you go dancing?
No, not dancing. He couldn't dance. Oh, when I was at McClellan, when I went to McClellan school, that was another grammar school, because we moved a lot. Remember, after Holden School, I went to McClellan.
Okay.
And then I went back to Holden School when I got older, because Kelly High School was the high school I went to. But that was Holden School, and Kelly was upper floors.
Got it. How that's where you went to high school?
Kelly.
Okay. Is that where you met your husband?
No, he was already a dropout.
Where did you meet him?
The neighborhood where, and he was rude. Okay, I remember. Oh, I remember. My old girlfriend, because I used to live in that neighborhood before, met up with her again. And we used to go and get all dressed up and go downtown to the shows. And after we come back from the shows, we used to change our clothes and put on jeans. And we'd sit on a porch, and just talk and hang out like on a porch. And he came strolling by with his friend. And my girlfriend, Pat Kavanaugh, was going with his friend, Joe Sprando, Italian. My husband was Hispanic. And he was his best friend. And I was a new girl on the block. And, Joe was, one of those types, thought he was cool. And, seeing me and says, "Hey, Jim, there's a girl for you." And he says, "I can get my own girls." And I thought, that was so rude, and I thought to myself, what do you think why would you think I didn't tell him. I thought why would you think I would want to go out with you? And then a few days later, my girlfriend Pat's telling me, "Dorothy, Jim wants to go out with you." I says, "That bum, that punk, I wouldn't go out with him." And she begged me to go out with him because Joe was his best friend. And, if I wasn't going to go out with him, I don't know. I don't know if Joe and him, I don't know.
It was like you guys could double?
Yeah. Yeah. And so I told her, okay. I think I went out with him for maybe a couple of days. And the first day we were just walking around, and they talked about robbing tires off of a car. And I thought, I was a goody Sandra D. And I thought, oh my God, what am I getting myself into? And I thought, I got to get rid of this guy. I'm thinking, what if we get caught and we're going to go to jail? That's what I was thinking in my mind. I thought, and then they didn't. I don't know if they said, I don't know. They decided not to, but I was scared.
Oh, wow. That's what you did for dates.
And then a few days after that, I told Pat I'm not going out with him anymore. And, it was like summer, and you're walking around the neighborhood, and there he is way at the end, like coming your way. And I was with somebody, and I'm running, trying to hide from him. And someone said that he was going to beat me up for breaking up with him.
Oh my gosh!